Hello, friends, and welcome to Adventures in Pixieland. My name's Amy. I'm an ordained minister, and we are in Bible study. We are in the NIV, and we are in First Chronicles, and we are in chapter 25. The singers. David, together with the commanders of the army, set apart from some of the sons of Asaph, like that, Asaph, Heman, Jeduthun, for the ministry of prophesying. That's right, prophesying. Like the ability to communicate with Creator, like prophesying, being able to see the future because God has told you what will happen. Prophesying. That's what a prophet does. They have visions. So, if a prophet of the Lord is good because God is talking to them, then it's not just a psychic. There's a difference between the ability to do something and it being good or bad, at least according to this cultural context right here. Prophesying, accompanied by harps, lyres, and cymbals. Here is the list of men who performed this service. The sons of Asaph: Zachar, Joseph, Nethaniah, Azarela, Asarelah. The sons of Asaph were under the supervision of Asaph, who prophesied under the king's supervision. As for Jeduthun, from his sons, Jedaliah, Zeriah, Jeshiah, Shimei. It's got a footnote of B under Shimei. One of the Hebrew manuscripts, some Septuagint manuscripts, that's Greek, or most, do not have Shimei as one of Jeduthun's sons, so he's a disputed son. Hashabiah, Mattathiah. It's like Mattithiah. Sixth in all, under the supervision of their father Jeduthun, who prophesied using the harp in thanking and praising the Lord. So when singing music to God, he gained the ability to see the future or to connect with God enough for God to tell him what will happen or what to do or what to say, whatever. As for Heman, we all feel closer to the Lord when we're praising him. That's a natural state. As for Heman, from his sons, Bukiah, Mattaniah, Mattaniah, Uziel, Shuabel, Jerimoth, Hadaniah, Hananiah, Eliathah, Eliathah, Gidalti, and Romamanti Azer. Josh Bekashah, Joshbekashah, Mahalathi, Hothier, Mahazirah. These were all sons of Heman, the king's seer. They were given him through the promises of God to exalt him. See, what notice see? Hebrew, exalt the horn. Exalt the horn. So it sounds like they play the ram's horn or a trumpet or something. God gave Heman 14 sons and 3 daughters. Wow, that's a large family. All these men were under the supervision of their fathers for the music of the temple of the Lord, with cymbals, lyres, and harps, for the ministry at the house of God. Asaph, Jeduthun, and Heman were under the supervision of the king, along with their relatives, all of them trained and skilled in music for the Lord. They numbered 288. So 288 musicians. I wonder, for every church everywhere right now, are there any churches right now that have more than 288 skilled musicians in their employ right now. Probably. But I don't think in any one single church. Like those ones that are global, probably more than 288 total. But in one church, that's a lot. That's a lot of people. That's a whole lot of people to accommodate. Now, mostly, they're probably not all there at the same time, and they're probably coming in and out in different, services and stuff. Young and old alike, teacher as well as student, cast lots for their duties. Nice. The first lot, which was for Asaph, fell to Joseph and his sons and relatives. Got a footnote of D. The Septuagint, that's the Greek. Hebrew does not have his sons and relatives. So just Asaph. The second to Gedaliah, he and his relatives and sons. Oh, we also have 12 with a footnote of E after Joseph's sons. I'm sorry, I missed that. See the total in verse 7. Hebrew does not have 12. Okay, so it has neither his sons and relatives nor the number 12 in Hebrew. But the second to Gedaliah, he and his sons and relatives, 12, does exist, because there's a counting going down the side. The third to Zechariah, his sons and relatives, 12. The fourth to Isri, and that's got a footnote of F, a variant of Zeriah, Z-R-I, his sons and relatives, 12. The fifth to Nethaniah and his sons and relatives, 12. The sixth to Bukiah, his sons and relatives, 12. The seventh to Jesareliah, Jesareliah, with a footnote of J, a variant of, really? Asariah, A-S-A-R-E, no, L-A, that's not an I-A, L-A, Asariah, okay, instead of Jesareliah, and his sons and relatives, 12. The eighth to Jesaiah, his sons and relatives, 12. The ninth to Mattaniah, his sons and relatives, 12. The 10th to Shimei, his sons and relatives, 12. The 11th to Azriel, and you got a footnote of H, a variant of Asaraliah. Is that right? No, H, a variant of Uziel. It's a variant of Uziel, sorry. Azriel is a variant of Uziel. The 11th to Azriel, his sons and relatives, 12. The 12th to Hashabiah, his sons and relatives, 12. The 13th to Shuabel, his sons and relatives, 12. The 14th to Mattathiah, his sons and relatives, 12. They all have 12 sons and relatives. The 15th to Jeremoth, his sons and relatives, 12. That seems weird. Maybe they only, no matter how many relatives, so it's still 12. The 16th to Hananiah, his sons and relatives, 12. The 17th to Joshua Bekashiah and his sons and relatives, 12. The 18th to Hananiah, his sons and relatives, 12. The 19th to Malathiah, his sons and relatives, 12. The 20th to Elatha, his sons and relatives, 12. The 20th to Elthaniah, his sons and relatives, 12. The 21st to Hothair, his sons and relatives, 12. The 22nd to Gidalati, his sons and relatives, 12. The 23rd to Mahazaoth, his sons and relatives, 12. The 24th to Romamiti Ezer, Romamti-Ezer, his sons and relatives, 12. So, okay. Evenly split, but because it's almost impossible that all of these people just happened to have 12 people in their family who could be eligible, or maybe they only pulled 12 people from their family to be eligible in order to like keep it fair, something like that. I don't know. I'm just like, really? They all only had 12 male relatives that could be in the temple service when they counted all of them. There's no variation. That's either very, very remarkable, and we should all be like, what? Obviously, God's hand's at work there. Or maybe they had far more relatives, and only 12 of them were required to serve at the temple, which is much more likely to be what they were recording, right? So, the next chapter is about the gatekeepers, so yet another tribe of Levi, and exactly what their responsibilities were once they no longer had to carry around everything in the temple, which the other parts of the Bible don't actually cover. So if you want to find out what it means to be a gatekeeper, you're going to have to come back for the next video, friends.